Hello, how are you?
Very, very well. So just continue breathing up and down your pillar and we shall connect with the team.
Oh,
We ask for the angels, the archangels, the ascended masters and the karmic board to merge deeply and fully with us now through all dimensions of our fields. We ask for our divine presences, our guides, our ascension councils to work in harmonious group consciousness together so the highest of the highest of the highest will be shown here and now. We ask for Temple of Mother Gaia grounding to anchor and activate through all dimensions of our fields. We ask for a Temple of Divine Union to anchor and activate through all dimensions of our fields. Finally, calling on a Divine Presence Communion Temple to anchor and activate through all dimensions of our fields. Feel how the teams and temples connect with your pillar and your field, dropping you deeper into your inner world. Lovely, thank you.
Beautiful. So we received your intention for the session, was open to what comes through and would like to discuss Ascension. Would you like to expand or share on that?
Yes. I feel like I've been going through a lot of changes lately. So I feel like there's something with the ascension, and I've been really called to kind of like change my lifestyle. So letting go of old beliefs, things like that. So it just feels a little bit overwhelming right now. I just feel also very scattered.
Yeah.
So I just feel like I would love some guidance on that, on how to, I feel like I'm in between two worlds at the moment. So
yeah. Okay.
kind of, yeah.
All right, lovely. Well, they're already starting to show your field, and it's like there's a dome above your head, a little bit like you're trying to protect yourself from the showering of intensity, which is that overwhelm energy. And then in the lower half of your energy field, they're showing it as very wavering little areas of sort of like drips of energy going down into Gaia rather than a fully solid pillar, solid energy body field moving down, fully connected, fully grounded, feeling your power in your presence. So let's see what they would like to do. Who steps forward? Arcturian, step forward and begin to anchor and activate a pillar merkaba around your entire pillar, focusing especially around your energy bodies. And so it's this beautiful, it's quite a feminine divine union type of flower of life matrix, very sacred geometry, and it's nearly organic the way that they're showing it. They're growing it from the center up, center down. And they want you to feel safe. They want you to feel that you can breathe out, that you can feel nurtured, that you can feel deeply supported right here, right now, that you can let go of that feeling of protecting from above, that there's so much coming through, and allow your strength and your power to ground through you. So you can open up at the top and you can let go at the bottom. And that's the lowest chakra is that feeling of security and certainty and stability. And so that's growing down into Mother Gaia's heart and up into Source. And so now they're soothing and balming the energy above your crown and Soul Star, and asking that you melt a little in how you feel right now in your auric field. And they ask you to expand from 6 feet in all directions to 12 feet in all directions. 12 feet to 24 feet from the center of your heart out, expanding your heart sphere, your aura, from 24 feet to 48 feet in all directions from the center of your heart, allowing, opening, expanding, feeling the grace of spirit with you, your own spirit, home, alignment to your own divinity, and this beautiful support structure around your pillar expands with you. So breathing up and down your pillar at this expanded state of 48 feet from the center of your heart. And your pillar has expanded with you to 96 feet in diameter. So moving up to source, down to Mother Gaia, with this beautiful sacred geometry around you so you can fully open above and let go below. And you can imagine overwhelm is too much in the field at once, and it's difficult to digest, to integrate if it's not flowing through the vessel. It gets blocked and cluttered in the field. And so they're sharing now that with this more expanded state and with this support of the divine union, divine feminine, sacred geometry, you can let go now. And you can allow this to ground. You don't need to hold it. It is an energetic field. You can let go and be. You can expand and be one with the universe, expand and be one with all that is, and not hold anything in your field. You are a flowing being. You are a vessel. You are not a container to hold the energy. You are a container to flow the energy. You are a vessel to allow spirit to flow through you. And this is where you can create that freedom that your heart is craving and thirsty for, to allow the river of life to flow through you. There is beautiful divine heart desires that are above your shoulders, holding there, holding, and they ask you now to breathe in, and as you breathe out, just allow it to dissolve, allow it to feel like it's just moving through your field, down through your field into Mother Gaia's heart, letting it go, handing it over to spirit, your team, the universal creation power. You do not need to do anything or be anything. Open, and the highest will be created in your energetic field and therefore reflected in your life. The feeling of freedom in this expanded state will be reflected in your life by holding this feeling of I am always free. I am always able to move forward in the direction that my heart guides me. That divine feminine, awesome antenna that I have allows me to move in this flowing direction, dancing through life when I know there's a turn, and I can enjoy the turn as I become an open vessel and the energy moves through me rather than holding, rather than controlling, rather than watching, rather than evaluating, figuring out, struggling to create via the mind, allowing, expanding, flowing, allowing. So they're doing a little work on the outer edges of your field, the spiritual energy body to the mental energy body, to the emotional, to the physical. They're all quite tight in together. And so they're just balming those areas now and just breathing up and down your pillow. With each out breath, just feel that flow, feel that expansion, feel the melting into nothingness, feel the melting into everything, feel the melting into oneness as they smooth and align and open and expand and refresh, strengthen, stabilize. Feel the enlightenment codes being dusted and reminded, remembering how to drive this vessel as this powerful, flowing, creative power that you are. Allowing the divinity to flow through you like water, to hydrate as it moves through, enlighten as it moves through every cell, every photon, drinking this divinity as it moves through you. Enlightens as it moves through you, excites, inspires, fulfills, overjoys, an overwhelmment of bliss and a calm, powerful stability, allowing you with joy to remember your purity, to remember that divine being that you know that you are, has the power to create, to be, to do whatever it is that your spirit is guiding you towards. The purity and the power. The purity and the power, these are two energies, frequencies, not just words, but frequencies that they would like you to meditate on and to remember more fully. That this is who you truly are, and any direction that you are guided in with these energies merged with you is clear. It's a clear path forward. You will want to go in that direction. You will be inspired to go in that direction. It will make you happy at the idea of going in that direction. And at times, many times, either through the day or week, when thoughts come up, connecting with life, the physical life, the constriction can happen. And so they ask of you to connect with the frequency of purity and power. Breathe out and let go of the particles of distraction, the particles of constriction, the particles of tension, the particles of confusion, the particles of control, the particles of struggle, the particles of lack, the particles of doubt, letting those go and just be again the purity and the power and feel your way forward. This is the truth of who you are. You have such a divine strength. This is part of your energetic signature. You are a being that has encoded your field with this before this lifetime, that this is one of your gifts, purity and power, and the codes of enlightenment, of assisting others, of assisting the field by being who you are. Just being who you are enlightens the field. So the Arcturians share that this is complete, this field of the merkaba that was created has merged with your pillar now and has stabilized, and it's really up to you to connect with it 2-3 times a day or more if you need to in the beginning, to feel that stability and openness so the overwhelm can literally flush through your field, and to keep it simple. And that's the beauty of you, they share. There's such a grace when you come back to your simplicity. There's such a power when you come back to your simplicity of this is the direction that my heart says to go in because it makes me happy when I think of it. It's that simple. And you're so connected to the divine child energy to remember that. What is my divine child sharing with me? This direction. Yes, okay. Let go of the details. Simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. And yes, it is ascension, it is enlightenment, it is always there with you, this ascension, this need for expanding and aligning to what your spirit is guiding you towards. That is ascension. that is expansion. And they share there is a bounce in your field as everybody on earth in a physical vessel bounces between the consciousness levels. There's a bounce in your field where you go to the highest of your ability 62% of the time, and then the rest of the time you bounce down, and that's when you feel that confusion. You bounce down a little more than 200 points, and that's where you feel the constrictions and the illusions, and the matrix takes over in your field. And all you need to do is come back to the simplicity of your purity and your power, and you will automatically bounce up to that higher range again. And that flow and that expanded feeling, let the rest melt away, and you'll feel it. And live life from this place as much as possible. And then life will bring you things again and again to be constricted. And all you need to do is breathe, let go, allow the particles to drop away. And there is your divinity shining always there for you. It was just an illusion, and just particles of illusion.
In Sanat Kumara and Venus Kumara wish to give you a very practical visual and a practical application that you can use right away, they say, which holds that power and that purity. And that is the visual, the analogy of ballroom dancing. And the pillar that you create and that was strengthened just now is holding that pose, in this case, for the feminine role in the ballroom dance, for instance, an English waltz, or whichever one you prefer. The ballroom dancing symbolizes the holding a static position, strength, power, while flowing beautifully. And so this is the analogy Sanat and Venus wish to give to you in this phase of your life, when you are moving through the divine power initiation, where you are grounding more frequency in your field, more connected to spirit and the teams around you. And at times this can lead to that overwhelmed feeling, and the feeling of being disconnected or cluttered, not structured. And this is where that analogy of holding that in a relaxed way, holding the position in that English waltz while flowing, and in that flowing being fully free and expressing your purity and the divine child and the divine feminine energies. So this immediately allows you to feel like there's a structure in your life that holds you through your days and through your weeks. And then you can relax into that, knowing that that structure, your pillar, your energy, your connection to Gaia and your connection to the galaxy and above to source, holds you through your days while you can relax and flow and allow things to dissolve and move through like that vessel that you are. So when you feel challenged, hold back to that visual of holding structure in a relaxed but powerful way, and then allowing spirit to flow through you. This will allow you to remain at higher frequencies and higher timelines more easily, where things are more graceful and more easy for you.
Lovely. Did you have any questions around that?
No, it felt very good. I really enjoyed it.
It was yummy. Just looking at the lower part of your energy field now. And so is there some concerns stepping forward in this change of lifestyle? So the changing of your lifestyle that you're feeling called to, is there a doubt in your field, is what they're asking? Is there concerns there?
I feel like there is concerns. So like I have the farm, and sometimes I'm just thinking of whether or not it's the best idea, if I should continue with it or not. I don't know. I just feel like I'm questioning everything lately. So
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, so that's where the practices that were mentioned earlier, so you can put those into practice on a daily, schedule of some sort to remind yourself, and then just flow with it through the day. When you have doubts, just, come back to that purity and power, and then make decisions from that place. It will become quite clear to you if it brings you joy or not, and just hold in a connection to spirit as you move through those. But this particular subject has created that wavering and the rips and tears in the lower energy bodies. And so if doubts and concerns come up, just connect back in with spirit, rather than going into trying to figure it out. Does that make sense? Because it will become clear in divine order, divine timing for you when you are more connected for longer periods of time with spirit. And so allowing for more space and time for connection to spirit, to connect with your stability, purity, and power, and then any decisions will become clearer and clearer for you, because there'll just be a desire for it. And so it doesn't have to look right or be logical or anything like that. It's really just what your heart wants. And sometimes that takes time, and sometimes you can put it into place, over a little while, or it can take quite a while. But it's about holding that space of knowing your heart wish is coming, your heart guidance is flowing forward as you sit in that expanded state. And by sitting in the expanded state with the purity and the power energy and those enlightenment codes which you hold, life will automatically just bring things to you, show you exactly the direction to take. It will come to you. You won't have to fully control the situation, force it. So just really relaxing into that, because there's such a powerful creation ability that you have just by focusing on the frequency of the enlightenment codes, the frequency of the joy of life through purity and power, your own divinity. Just by connecting with divinity, decisions are made. You don't have to get into the 3D mental energy around it. Just ask the universe to show you the way. And it can be one step at a time, and it can be a very strange journey where you're like, I did not expect to be going in this journey, but this is what I feel to do. And so just follow it and enjoy it, come back to the joy of your journey. Okay, so they're just working now on the sacral chakra, the base, the link chakras. It's like there's, thought knots, thought tangles, and some rips and tears there just from the overthinking and the reactiveness to life in this particular subject and area. And another subject that's connected to it, they share as well. So don't need to have all the details. It's mainly about relaxing and allowing those tension particles to fall away, allowing this to be combed out, because you can imagine confusion and wandering can tangle up the energetic field, the filaments that want to ground into Mother Gaia. You can see it as fine roots of a tree going down into Mother Gaia, but getting all tangled up, whereas the streaming, the undistorted energy is very clean and clear. There are no knots in the energy. So they're starting to unravel those now. The chakras are getting an upgrade. The base chakra is actually getting a replacement, like getting a new tire. They share with a smile. And even a higher, more flexible, highest blueprint of your base chakra. And so this will be more power in your physical manifestation of your life, the physical, what you see in your life will unfold with that grace, like the ballroom dancing grace, and you will hold your divinity state and it will flow through into your physical reality, into the highest timeline. And so, they're showing a real, it's like new technology, which is, I believe that it is. Yeah, they're sharing that ascension energy that you're feeling. This is the upgrade that you were feeling in your field. So you got a new tire or a hole's got a new tire for your base. So that's very nice. And then there's quite a rejuvenation of your sacral alignment, of your link, and a strengthening, stabilization. And they'd like you to just now breathe up and down your pillow while that's happening. And the combing out, literal combing out of the filaments at your base of your pillow now is moving down through those chakras down into Mother Gaia. And as they are combing that out, old debris and old toxic thoughts and doubts and possible self-esteem, that's all being combed out, letting go, because this is the beauty of your field. You have such a powerful ability to connect with your divinity very easily, very easily. And it's coming out, and this debris is just leaving and dissolving into love light frequency, and the filaments are connecting Mother Gaia's heart, and it is all becoming one once again, weaving, braiding, merging together. A little more at the very base, connection to Mother Gaia, that feeling of safety and stability. They would ask you now if you would like to just really make a decision, a choice right now to fully ground and connect with Mother Gaia again, the safety of life, the stability of your life, anchoring your divinity, if you so choose, breathing up to source. And then as you breathe out, ground your power, they share, ground your purity, ground your pillar 100% into Gaia's heart. They wanted your decisive energy as it was wavering at the very base with tentativeness. And so now it is beautifully filling in, they share, solidifying, it's anchoring, it's 100% connected. And you may feel an exchange of energy with Mother Gaia now, filling the base of your pillar. Also the outer layer of your pillar. It's lovely. She's showing it like a golden light with a layer of her beautiful moss just all over it, because it would make you happy, and it's pretty, and there's little flowers, and she's got you. She says you are fully and deeply supported. It is only an illusion when you do not feel safe or stable in moving forward. And so that beautiful garden-like energy on the outer edges, the whole outer layer of your pillar with her, reaches all the way up to your Earth Star chakra, with flowers popping up around you, so that you may remember every day the joy of life and the extraordinary power you have as a divine feminine to smell directions. The divine child of following the joy forward, this way. Ooh, this way. Ooh, this way. Ooh, I want to play over here, this way. That purity, that trust, that alignment to all that is, that you are safe to do as your heart shares with you, because this is what brings you the most joy and brings the world most joy in relationship to you. This is the most important thing for you to remember, that you can just be you, the pure, joyful being that you are. and act from this place. You are allowed to be in joy all of the time. You are allowed to be expanded and feel the enlightenment codes in all areas of your life. It doesn't have to be a struggle. It doesn't have to be challenging. You may breathe that purity and power and grace through your field and let go of the illusions of tension, constriction, the veils. Drop them, and it can be that simple for you. Simple and powerful.
Sanat and Venus wish to share another practical application that may assist for you. Sanat smiles, that will assist for you. And he gives the analogy of the farm, but he says, you know the other subjects, and he says it is not about the other subjects, but this will apply to any of them. And instead of looking at the situation as you have been doing, trying to figure it out and looking and looking and looking, he says, stop looking and instead allow yourself to see. And the analogy he wishes to give is a floating island. For some reason, you may have seen it in the movie Avatar back in the day. They had floating islands in the sky. And any analogy you come up with, it's kind of as something floating in the sky. You can see all angles. You can see from underneath and from above and from the left and the right and all sorts of diagonals. And Sanat and Venus would like you to allow yourself to see each of these areas that you have been looking at, trying to find solutions or trying to figure out what the next steps are, trying to find what you should do, how you should feel about it all. Let go of all of that, he says, and allow yourself to see these different angles. And you do that in sacred space when you sit with your spirit in meditation or when you're relaxing. And then don't actively look, but allow yourself to be shown. And this is what will assist you in the next steps. And this will assist you to reach higher timelines. And this will assist you to move things that apparently feel or seem blocked or unclear or cluttered into clarity and into their next flow. And then allow yourself to be that vessel. And this, in divine timing and divine order, will move you through this phase of finding the solution. So it's a 180-degree shift from actively looking at, trying to figure out, to stepping back and receiving. Sanat and Venus share, and call them in, and they will assist you greatly with this in your life at the moment.
Lovely. So the Andromedans have stepped forward and invited us to astral travel to Andromeda to receive some energetic frequencies. So we'll see how they'd like to travel. By a disc they share with a merkaba temple space. And so just allow yourself, feel yourself within the disc with them, as well some Andromedan emissaries, and we're all traveling through the field to Andromeda now. And again they say to breathe up and down your pillar, letting go of any tension particles, any constrictions, and coming back to your divinity, your expanded state, so that you may receive the fullness of your journey. And this is an example. They are taking a longer journey to travel to Andromeda because they want you to feel the process that you go through traveling through your day, traveling through your life, where at times you come up into your mind and get a little tense, and don't let go of the tension and continue on your day with tension. And they share it is very simple for you to again breathe your divinity through you and let go of the particles of tension and constriction. It's very simple for you, very easy for you. And they say, it is easy for you, isn't it?
Yes.
It's very easy for you. And so your life, as you journey through each minute, each hour, each day, and they're taking us on a roundabout trip to Andromeda just to feel the energy of it, that you can at any moment let go of all tension if you so choose. You can be in the middle of the busiest street and you've just spoken to someone that was rude, or someone called you and there was a decision to be made and you just all of a sudden got all up in your head. In that moment, sit or stand wherever you are, breathe, allow the divinity that you are into your field, let go of the tension, the constriction. And there you are once again in flowing purity and power. And you can imagine that stepping forward on your journey, if you are in that busy street, stepping forward in your life from this place of purity and power, you will create a timeline that is of the highest, where you will have higher frequency people in your actual connections and meetings. Whereas if you move through the rest of your day with tension and constriction and confusion, you connect with a timeline that reflects that instead. And so this is how simple it is for you. You be the energy, you create your life that way. And so this was the fun of the adventure of journeying to Andromeda, doing loop-de-loops, and now they're taking us to a receiving area of Andromeda. And we are here in Andromeda, just breathing up and down your pillar, connecting it through Andromeda's heart into Mother Gaia's heart. And there are beings here welcoming us, and we step forward through some beautiful doors into a temple space. They have prepared ahead specifically for your energetic signature, specifically for this divine meeting, and they invite you in. It's a very beautiful space. There are a lot of crystals and beautiful gold moldings of nature, and there's sparkling light, and in the very center of this smaller chamber-like temple space, specifically for you and the small amount of emissaries here with us, it is spinning in an anti-clockwise way, and they would ask you to sit around the center now, and they would like you to connect with the crystal that is spinning. And this relates to the floating island, the perception of, if you look at it from one direction, it's different on the other side, underneath, or from above. And to relax that while you're looking at it from one area, there's always more information. You don't need to know it all. They want you to relax the tension and the constriction that may have come up in this very moment. Again, this is a teaching moment they share of, in any moment, the mind can activate, and to breathe it out, breathe and let go of the tension particles, the confusion particle, the illusion veil. and just be with this divine moment of so much support, divine beings, family of light, Andromedans holding your shoulders, supporting you, holding your hands. So much joy in connecting with you. They're showing you laying back and just living it up, they say. You're allowed this. This is divine truth, the joy of living it up. And so this crystal stabilizes and grows in front of you, and it becomes a vision. The shape is like a hot water balloon, hot air balloon in front of you. Funnily enough, it is more solid like liquid within it, and it is showing a movie for you. And it is spinning clockwise now as this movie runs through, and it is sharing the joy of life with you. It's spinning quite quickly, so you may not be able to take in all of the details. It's more of an energetic feel of all of the aspects of life that you may enjoy, simplicity of life that you may enjoy, and the allowing, the giving permission to yourself that you can put your feet up, they share, and enjoy life. That life isn't meant to be a struggle. That's an illusion, that you can have the purest, joyful life that you choose. This is where your heart sings, and that is divine truth, they share. And so they would like you to become one now with this energetic vision in front of you. It is expanding, and you may dissolve into it and become this joy, this vision of joy in life. And they ask you to close your eyes within the temple space now, to fully lay back. And you will receive an alignment to this energy of enjoyment of life, being in the joy of life, in the flow of life, like the purest divine child being that is born on earth and does not connect with any distortion, that moves forward in life in knowing, certainty, relaxation, bliss, follows the scent of excitement, of happiness. And so again, they ask you to breathe up and down your pillar, letting go of the particles that come up in the mind. Again, this is an area that you can spend a lot of time in for a while, so it becomes second nature. Feel some tension, let go of the particles. Divinity pours through me. Purity and power, simple, easy. Back into your heart instead of the mind. The truth. Allowing now for this, what looked like a hot air balloon, now surrounds you and becomes one with your heart sphere, and becomes you, becomes your life, this movie of joy, of purity, of power, of grace, of movement, of flow, this vessel of love. You are smiling every day, in every moment. Your heart is singing either a calm song or an excited song or a powerful song. Your relationships are flowing in divine order so that your heart sings, your mind aligns, and you let go every day, knowing the simplicity of letting go of the tension and the constrictions, allows divinity to flow through you. And you are a walking divine being of purity, of power, of grace, sprinkling, pouring enlightenment codes just by being you, walking through life, being you. You cannot help but enlighten people as you move through the life. You choose, you allow, you give permission to yourself to have the happiest life. What do you want? Allow it. Again, letting go of the particles of tension, the particles of constriction, straight up into the mind. Oh, but can I have what I want? Let go of the particles of tension, let go of the constriction. Simplicity, power, simplicity, divinity pouring through the vessel. What do I want? I want to do whatever I want. What do I want? Am I allowed that? Letting go of the particles of tension and constriction. What do I want? I want this, I want that. Am I allowed? Letting go of the particles of tension, letting go. What would it feel like to have that? Well, I want that. What does it feel like? It feels like purity. It feels like power. It feels like divinity. It feels like joy. It feels like too much. Am I truly allowed to have that kind of life? Let go of the structures of tension, the structures of non-allowance. Let go of the constrictions. Let go of the tension. Yes, I choose joy. I choose purity. I choose power. Letting go of the tension, letting go of all those constrictions, those structures of the world that do not suit me. I am a divine being. I am a vessel that pours spirit through just by being who I am. I choose joy. I choose this movie of life to be filled with joy, to live in purity. And my purity is an example, and that brings me joy. And my power is an example, and that brings me joy, and that activates some tension in the mind. And so I don't need to think about it. I just let go of the particles of tension out of my field, and I become one again with my divinity, and I walk through life as a divine being of purity, of power, of light, of love, of grace, of joy. Am I allowed to have this? Yes, I am. Let go of the tension, let go of the constrictions, open up, expand, simplicity. Simplicity, it's all you need to do. And then walk forward, and then you smile, and then you sing, and then you expand, and then you choose which direction smells the best. Oh, I love this direction. Can I really have that? Oh, but what if this? How, when, how, why? Am I really let go of the tension, come back to simplicity? It's what I want. I can feel it. I love it. I want this. Letting go of the tension, letting go of the constrictions. Feel it. I'm a pure being of light. I can have whatever I want, because whatever I want is automatically pure, is automatically merged with encoded enlightenment, frequency, ascension, codes, keys, particles, photons that spark people, awaken even other beings. And this is all you need to do, this simplicity, get out of the mind and be the wholeness of the divine vessel that you are, and allow spirit to pour through you like the river of life, the creation being that you are. And so they are solidifying, stabilizing this movie of life that is really the truth of what you have always had. However, they needed you to truly see it outside of yourself, to become one with it, to remember it. It's merging with your field, weaving and braiding now. breathing up and down your field. They feel you are feeling pregnant with this energy and that it feels a little overwhelming. And so allow an expansion of your field. Feel an openness to that 96 feet in dimension. In diameter. Out of the mind, the details all become one. Breathing up to source, through Andromeda, into Mother Gaia's heart. At this expanded state, full oneness, your entire pillar becomes this movie of life, this joy of life, this purity of life. It is not separate to you, it is you. This is your life. Letting go of the tension and the confusion and the constriction and any particles of fear of the future or witnessing traumas from the past or ideas of the present, letting all those go now, flushing and being in this very moment, right here, right now, purity, power, divinity. And they're sealing this part of the journey up now.
And before they seal up, the team has also found quite a hidden implant in the brow and area that has likely been influencing your mind and your thoughts. And it actually has what looked like a cord to the back of your brow, but it's actually part of the implant and it's connected to the collective, and the team is sharing that you accessed that into your field, you brought that into your field with a lot of the looking and worrying. And so this implant is actually connected currently to the brow chakra and obviously connected out into the mind in the different dimensions of the mind and the different materialized energy bodies. So the Andromedans are going to remove that implant now, which has like a structure sort of around the brow, and then out of the back of the brow, like what looks like a cord into the collective consciousness and even a little into the astral realm. So they're going to remove that now, and that will make it easier for you to flow the beautiful energies that Opheana has been channeling through with the Andromedans into your field and hold them. So the team's just going to move. The Andromedans are just going to remove that now. Deactivate, then remove. And it's not a lot of use in wondering how you got it, where you got it, why it happened. It's simply better to know, okay, that's there, moving on, and then you lift yourself out of that timeline.
Okay.
Instead of, oh, why did I step into that puddle? Now my boot is dirty. Why is there mud on my boot? Oh, there's mud on my boot. Oh my goodness, how do I get the mud off? Blah, blah. There's no use in that. Just simply know, okay, there's mud on my boot. I stepped in it. Okay, clean, rinse it off with some water and off you go. Beautiful. So it's like it had a hold on the mind, a little bit on the thoughts, and that would interferes with your thought processes at times. Yeah, it's removed now. They're just cleansing the area. And balming the area. Beautiful. And now those beautiful divine energies can flow through more purely and with beautiful divine power.
Yeah, that'll definitely help with that, because it was such an automatic flow, like a magnet, straight to the mind with every circumstance. So that's lovely. We're good to travel back now?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so we're moving through, saying our goodbyes with a lot of love for you. Back into the onto the disc and merkaba, and
they really want to hang out a lot more with you.
Yeah, it's so much love and adoration. So you can come back to this space and you can just redo the process or listen to the audio and just go through this whenever you need to, again, to just really remember this process in your field. Remember that this is how you can live your life. So off we go back to the Divine Presence Communion Temple, letting go of your connection through Andromeda with your pillar. And it's a quick journey back into the temple space now, breathing up and down your pillar, holding your expanded state, letting go of, again, any tension particles. And there's quite a difference in your field now with the implant shifted. So it's going to be a much easier process of letting go of the constrictions and the tensions. Can you feel that shift already?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, it's lovely. Okay, so...
And the Andromedans just want to say they'd
Yes.
really like to dance with you as well.
Dance, lovely.
And they absolutely love ballroom dancing.
It's nice. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else. Just the left and right sides are being aligned a little bit with your energy field and how you connect your pillar. Is there any questions while they do that before we finish?
No, I think I feel much better. I feel more stable, so.
Lovely.
And Sanat steps forth and he mentions, and Venus as well, to, re-listen to this recording and really practice these processes that you've been shown today that really help to keep you stable and to help move you through the decisions that you would like to make from those higher timelines. So really re-listen and then really take some time for the processes, then you'll make them yours and they'll become automatic. It'll really assist you, not just in this next phase, not in Venus share, but beyond that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And it won't be very challenging for you. So not shares, the main thing is to simply choose to do it.
Okay.
You're receiving some gifts from the team at the moment, some energetic gifts in your light portals right now. Like crystals of, I guess you could call them enlightenment crystals because they enlighten the light portals more to be able to reach out and allow that divine energy to flow through you, the communication between you and your spirit, communication between the universal frequencies and yourself. And so let's see. There's actually 33, and they're very diamond-esque, like crystals in, looks like your 33 galactic chakras actually, as well as light portals. So that's very, basically it's an amplification of communication for you so that the clarity and the receiving of guidance will be much easier, as well as the communication out, the calling out for creating your world and choosing the higher timelines, all of that type of thing, because really it's all about the power of what you are feeling within you is what you are going to create in your outer world. And so for you, the key is to remember how powerful you are at this, because it's so simple. And so if you want to experience something, feel something, all you need to do is open up and empty your vessel, and you're already there. It's so very beautiful how your field works. And so to truly embrace that simple, powerful technique of, let it go, and there I am. It's a wonderful gift. And so that's all been amplified even more so for you now.
And remembering the amazingness of you as a divine being here in an earthly vessel, the amazingness of your path and your journey and what you do come here to bring really help you. These crystals will really help you with that as well.
Yeah, remember how extraordinary you are. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, sealed up.
That feels complete. Yeah, we ask for all this energy work to be sealed and to integrate with grace, ease, divine love, divine light, divine power. Thanking Mother Gaia, the Andromedans, the teams, sending all this energy work down to the core of Gaia, accessible for all souls who are ready. Actually, they'd like to send it down to galactic. They'd like to send it down to galactic core, accessible for all souls who are ready. Coming fully back into your physical body now, and you're here and now with all of your consciousness and awareness. Breathing up and down your pillar a few times. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So be it. So be it. So be it. It is done. Beautiful.
Lovely.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you.
One little parting tidbit as well is they were sharing that you only believe 42% that you're extraordinary. So that needs to grow because you are truly extraordinary. You really do not understand yet how extraordinary you are. You have you touch on it, but then that's where the mind comes in. And so to meditate on that as well and come back to that and work on that, because just I mean, your divinity, I mean, that's God, goddess, material we're talking about. That's who you are. And you have the power simply and easily to hold that in your field. And that is you, and you are extraordinary. And so up that percentage of belief in how extraordinary you are, they're sharing.
Yeah, and Sanat says use the don't look, but
see.
Allow yourself to see method.
Lovely.
Okay.
For that.
Yeah, lovely to connect with you and have a very fun, joyful dancing through life journeys. Lovely.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Lots of love. Take care.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.